Competition is an illusion designed to give you a sense of control. In reality, the free market has become a controlled monopoly. Think about every purchase you made today. The coffee you drank, the soap you used, the app you scrolled. You probably felt like you were in the driver's seat. But what if I told you your choices were made for you years ago by people you've never met, in boardrooms you'll never see? Walk into any supermarket. You turn down the laundry detergent aisle and you're hit with a wall of neon colors. You see Tide, Gain, Ariel, Cheer, Downy, Bounce. It feels like a thriving, competitive marketplace fighting for your hard-earned dollar. Maybe you're a loyal Tide buyer. Maybe you swear by Gain. You weigh the prices, you read the labels, and you make a choice. You feel empowered. But here's where the illusion cracks. Procter Gamble owns Tide. They also own Gain, and Ariel, and Cheer, and Downy, and Bounce. That fierce rivalry between your favorite detergent brands, it doesn't exist. It's the same mega corporation competing against itself. And if you decide to boycott P&G and switch to Persol, Surf, or All, congratulations, you just gave your money to Unilever, the other half of the duopoly. At first, this sounds normal, just a big company making a few products. Until you look at the beauty aisle. You think you're choosing between Garnier, Maybelline, NYX, Lancôme, or Kiehl's. They are all owned by L'Oreal. You think you're choosing your sunglasses. Oakley, Ray-Ban, Persol, LensCrafters, and Sunglass Hut are all owned by one massive conglomerate, EssilorLuxottica. They even make the frames for Prada and Chanel. You aren't choosing a brand. You're just picking your favorite flavor of the same mega corporation. Why do they do this? Why not just sell P&G soap? Because of a psychological concept called shelf domination. If Procter & Gamble only sold one brand, they'd only take up 1 foot of shelf space. But by creating 10 different brands, each with a slightly different personality, price point, and target audience, they can take up the entire aisle. They pay massive slotting fees to grocery stores to keep these products at eye level. This physically blocks out any actual independent competitor from reaching you. They engineer the pricing too. They create a budget brand and a premium brand, so whether you're broke or rich, they capture your money. But the detergent aisle is nothing compared to what happens next, because once you see who actually controls the food industry, you'll never look at a supermarket the same way again. So if you want more investigations like this, subscribe now, because this rabbit hole gets much deeper. Let's look at the food industry. You walk down the cereal aisle, the snack aisle, the beverage aisle, thousands of products, but almost everything you see is controlled by just 10 mega corporations: Nestlé, PepsiCo, General Mills, Kellogg's, Mars, Unilever, Mondelez. You think you're drinking healthy by avoiding Coca-Cola and buying Smartwater. Coca-Cola owns Smartwater. Skipping the Pepsi for a Lipton iced tea? PepsiCo owns Lipton. And this web of hidden ownership doesn't stop at the grocery store. It's the blueprint of our modern economy. Look at the internet. You think you have digital freedom? You are bouncing between platforms owned by Alphabet, Meta, Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft. When a true competitor actually threatens them, like Instagram or WhatsApp threatened Facebook, they don't compete, they buy them, they absorb the threat, and the illusion of choice remains. What most people don't realize is that this isn't just about economics, it's about behavioral psychology. Humans have an innate desire for autonomy. We need to feel like we are in control of our lives. If a single corporation openly controlled all your food, your water, and your media, you would rebel. You would recognize the monopoly, and you would reject it. So they don't give you a monopoly. They give you the aura of choice. By fragmenting their empires into hundreds of colorful, friendly, distinct micro-brands, they bypass your psychological defenses. You don't feel oppressed. You feel like a savvy shopper. We've built a society that worships the idea of the free market, the belief that the best ideas win and the consumer holds the ultimate power. But the truth is quietly sitting on the shelves of your local grocery store, hiding in the terms of service of your favorite apps, and written in the tiny print on the back of your shampoo bottle. The market has consolidated.
The winners have already won. You aren't a consumer making choices in a free market. You are the product, choosing which mask the monopoly wears today.